Hey guys, it is me, HappyCairek, and welcome to the free-to-play series in Last on Earth Survival. So currently we are level 32, and today's goal is very simple. We're going to be unlocking the police department for the first time ever. So as you can see, I've already taken here some weapons, and before we go to that police department, I'd love to craft a shower. I have the resources for it, so I might as well upgrade the base. So let's build a shower probably close to the rain catcher around here. There we go. And hey, with these massive upgrades out of the way, let's go to the police department. But hey, before we even unlock this police department, we have to go to the eastern watchtower. So I already cleared this place out. There are no more zombies, and here we can add 10 wirings, 12 rubber parts, and 15 bolts. That should be enough to fix that stuff. There we go. Let's touch this stuff here. New data loaded, and that is it. Now we can go to the police station. The police station, in my opinion, is somewhat underrated in this game, because if you want to get rich in this game, people usually talk about Bunker Alpha, but the police department is also quite decent. So over here, you'll be able to exchange cards, and all you need to know is that, hey, you can probably exchange brown for green. You can exchange green for blue, perhaps, maybe, but even that is questionable, and never ever exchange 10 blue for 1 purple. That's it. If you've been playing this game for a long time, then you definitely don't need those tips and tricks. You can do whatever you want. So let's start dealing with these zombie officers. So the goal here is also simple. We have to kill 5 zombie officers. We have to examine a couple of lockers, and then we have to open a prison cell. Also, if I'm not mistaken, on your first try, you'll get a blue card, and the blue card is really nice as you'll be able to get 2 guns. So that's quite sweet. Okay, we just killed another zombie. We can even wall trick inside of the police department. Say, let's get a katana for this. Let's start sneaking. Let's get actually back the saw blade mace. I'll be able to sneak attack this hungry chomper. I'm gonna hide behind the wall. I'll get this katana. And just like that, we can start wall tricking the hungry chomper. There we go. I even brought here a couple of guns because maybe we'll even do a couple of waves here, so I'll explain more about the waves. And hey, we did get the brown card from the zombie, and all I want to say is that the brown card is somewhat underrated, especially if you're like a complete beginner. If you have like 4 brown cards, you can open up those brown cards. There's no need for you to save up those brown cards. Obviously, later on, once you level up, you should stop probably opening up these brown cards. But again, opening up a brown card is better than opening up nothing. So remember that. Where there's something here. Hey, don't touch my terminal. So yeah, over here, we can open up some brown cards. I'll open up those cards later. Maybe I'll be able to get something better now. Here we have a couple of zombie officers here. Let's just get both of them. And let's try to hide inside of this room. And there we go. We can start wall tricking the zombie officers. If you cannot wall trick, right? I do know some people don't like wall tricking. If you don't want to wall trick, you can always pull out a Glock and just deal with these zombie officers with a Glock, the good old way. But a wall tricking is kind of nice because this game is already like quite time consuming. So if you can save up some of the resources, it's always nice to save that stuff up. So try to learn how to wall trick in this game. But again, you don't really have to wall trick to get rich in this game, but wall tricking will definitely help you out. So at first, I'm going to take everything. There is one more zombie up here. We could probably wall trick this guy, but I'm not going to bother. We'll just kill the zombie officer this way. So we just have to examine one more locker. Maybe this one. There we go. Let's try to examine this, and then the police search task will be almost over. We found a wrench, some other stuff. And there we go. Here we have this hungry chomper. So once again, I'm going to sneak attack it with this skull crusher just so that I do a bit more damage. If you don't want to wall trick, use Glocks. It's just kind of weird. Anytime I say that if you don't want to wall trick, use Glocks, somebody will still leave a comment saying, "Sorry that I don't want to, but I don't want to wall trick." You don't have to wall trick. I'm just giving you options how to play this game. I'm showing you how to wall trick. If you don't want to wall trick, you don't have to wall trick. So it's all up to you. Okay, we're gonna loot this desk here. We might find something useful. We got a flashlight and some trash. So I do want to loot this room now. Let's try to come in and let's try to deal with this zombie officer. I'm just gonna tank a bit of damage. It's fine. Let's try to get this zombie officer now, and we should be able to... Okay, there we go. We can wall trick this guy from here. So let's start wall tricking the zombie officer. It's a nice place to probably practice your wall tricking. So if you want to practice wall tricking before going to Bunker Alpha, it's kind of nice to practice here. There will be different spots where we can wall trick at Bunker Alpha, but hey, it's a nice place to practice it. Let's try to attack this explosive zombie. I'm gonna smash it one more time just so that it starts exploding. And they don't explode. Run away. And there we go. Now we can loot these lockers here as well. And we got a blue card. That is very nice. Just like that, we're gonna get like 2 guns already. We are getting rich. You won't always get a blue card here. I think it's a one-time thing. So get it and cherish it and open it up, because you're not gonna get another blue card that easily. You'll have to get a bit more lucky. There are a few zombies down there. We could probably even loot that. But hey, the game wants me to open up a cell. But to open up that cell, I need to get a key, and I still don't have a key. Okay, we're gonna wall trick one more zombie officer. The zombie officer is done. We can probably pull out a Glock, and we can shoot this jailbird. Then I can open this up and other zombies won't attack us. But you should be kind of killing those zombies because those zombies can drop you cards. So your goal is to get some cards. And you already know the drill. We'll be wall tricking here once again. Plus, we just leveled up. So there we go. The dude is dead. Let's see what we're going to get here. And we got the Lucky Park. Whatever. Let's get that Lucky Park. I can't open it up because I don't have the cell key. So we just got to find a cell key. Here we have another Hungry Chomper. Let's just lure it back to that door. Once again, we'll continue wall tricking these zombies here. Or I have to repeat. You can pull out a Glock. I don't think I have to show how to use a Glock, but the more guns you use, the less profitable the police department becomes. So you kind of should practice wall tricking here. Plus, these zombies don't really do that much damage. They're not frenzy giants. So yeah, you should definitely try wall tricking. Can I open this up? Probably I don't have the burglar perk. Nope. Here's some info. These lockers do reset every time the police department resets. So every 3 days, these lockers will reset. So don't store any loot inside of these lockers. I have heard some stories from people storing loot inside of those lockers. So hey, don't store the loot. It will despawn. So hey, maybe we'll get that key here from some of these zombies. We have a Hungry Chomper. We should be able to wall trick this Hungry Chomper over here. Yeah, you can definitely practice wall tricking with these Hungry Chompers. But there we go. We just got the key. We could probably even grab some of these zombies. Okay, all 3 of them are gonna attack us. Yikes. Okay, there go. All of them are dead. We've gotten another key. So just like that, we got 2 cell keys. Cell keys are usually not that amazing, but hey, we can open this up. And here we did get some bolts and carrots too, and that's about it. Also, we can talk to a raider. Open a box for any card at the police station. Okay, we'll be opening that stuff up. But hey, I do want to loot this prison cell. Inside of this prison cell, we got some jerky and some pieces of cloth. So there are some zombies inside of this other room. We could probably kill them, but it's just better to avoid them. Now, let's talk to the raider. Look, we talk to the raider. We know how to exchange stuff, so we can open up any card now. So let's open up that blue card. It'll be very, very worth it. And just like that, check this out. We're gonna get 2 guns. Sadly, we did get this Winchester. It's the worst gun in the game. It's not even a gun. But hey, at least we got a Glock and we got a full armor set. We also got this reinforced stock blueprint. It's probably better to just bring it to Bunker Alpha. That way you'll be able to get other blueprints. Like seriously, don't spend your resources on upgrading Winchesters. So I'm probably gonna bring this stuff to Bunker Alpha, but my Bunker Alpha isn't even open yet. I haven't even unlocked Bunker Alpha. So now we have to go home. But hey, before we go home, I want to show you that you can also assemble this other terminal. You'll be able to open up 4 cards instead of 3 cards every time the police department resets. You can even unlock 1 extra terminal. It's a bit more expensive, but in total you can have 5 terminals. However, you cannot have the 6th terminal because tungsten bars are not in the game. And before we go back to the base and we proceed with the tasks, I want to show you something else. Something that's quite interesting. So I'm going to quickly explain to you about these waves. So inside of the police department, inside of this room, you can do 99 waves. That is the maximum amount of waves you can do. If you die here, you're not going to lose everything, but you will have to restart those waves. Usually the higher you go, the more cards you get. Zombies usually drop just brown and green and blue cards. They don't drop purple cards. On average, if you clear 99 waves, you can get like maybe 10, 15 blue cards. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less. But as a rule of thumb, you get 1 blue card per 10 waves. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Sometimes you'll do 50 waves and you'll get like only 2 blue, and then you'll get a bunch of blue at the end. Sometimes you'll do 99 waves and you'll only get like 6 or 5 blue cards. Stuff happens. Usually it's hard to profit here unless you get grenade launchers. So you gotta get grenade launchers, you gotta get grenades, and then with grenades and grenade launchers, you can start clearing waves, and then you can start getting rich. However, I did bring here some resources, and I did bring 2 Glocks. So I want to do a couple of waves. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll open up at least a green card instead. So at the very beginning, we can probably use here some melee weapons to deal with these zombie officers. There we go. One of them just died, and we did get a card. There we go. This is our 4th brown. So once we get 10 brown, we'll be able to open up 1 green. And I'd rather open up 1 green, but these brown cards are also not that bad. So first of all, let's do a couple of waves with just melee weapons, as I said, and then we're gonna switch to probably Glocks. Okay, let's heal up. And this is where you can kind of use your guns, because at the beginning, you will have a decent amount of guns, and there's nothing you'll be able to do with them. So you might as well just use some of them up inside of the police department, as you will be able to get cards, you will be able to get melee weapons, and if you get lucky, you can even profit. Okay, I think I ran out of melee weapons, so I might as well just start using some of my Glocks. Guns are not really hard to come by in this game, and at the very beginning, you don't really need guns, so you might as well just use them here. Okay, so I got lucky enough, and I got a zombie. And it just dropped us another brown, so that's not that lucky. Sadly, I left that Glock in the other place. Also, I haven't mentioned, currently we have an event here. We have this Blackport PD event, so probably by the time you're watching this, the Blackport PD event will be over. However, this Blackport PD event appears once per season. Seasons last for like 21 days, so every 21 days, you'll have this Blackport PD event for a few days. And as it says here, the waves can be paused, the progress won't get lost, and you don't really need to use any electronic circuits. So check this out. I can pause the waves, I can go outside and I can get that Glock. However, if you don't have that event, you're not going to be able to pause And if you die, you will have to restart those waves from 0, and you'll have to give them 1 electronic circuit. And electronic circuits do look like this here. So usually you don't want to use those electronic circuits. So if you want to do 99 waves, just wait for the police department event. It's going to be your best bet, best option. Let's even get that Winchester. You could probably recycle that Winchester and do something better with it than use it for the PD waves. But hey, we'll go here. I'm going to hope that I'll get a green card. Maybe I'll get extremely lucky and I'll even get another blue card. Rarely you get a blue card that early on. You gotta get really lucky, but I kind of want to try my luck. So that's how you kind of clear the police department. You just run around in circles and you keep shooting those zombies. Once you have the grenade launcher, you'll be able to shoot all those zombies at once with a grenade launcher, and that's how you can save a lot of bullets and a lot of guns. Okay, so that was wave 4. Let's go for the wave 5. Something tells me we're gonna get nothing. I'm just wasting these guns. Sometimes you'll just waste like 2 or 3 guns and you'll get nothing. You'll just get a few brown cards, and if I don't get another green, I'll open up a brown card. I'm fine with it, but I would prefer something better. Okay, the explosive zombie is going to explode. Also, if you die during the police department event, when we have like this police department event inside of the events tab, if you die, you can come back here and the waves do not reset. So if you die at wave 10, you'll be able to continue from wave 10. You die at wave 25, you'll be able to continue from the wave 25. So that's quite nice. There, the riot zombie is dead as well. We got another brown, and please tell me a green. We got another brown. This is quite sad. And we're gonna get the strict diet perk. Let's get that. I still have that Glock, so you know what? I'm just gonna gamble. Let's do one more wave. The more waves you do, the more expensive it gets. As you can see, we have here a lot of zombies now, and they are using a lot of our armor. We're using lots of healing items now, so that's not great. All right, the brawler is dead. We have some hungry chompers. Explosive zombies also dead. Okay, I'm gonna avoid that hungry chomper because every time hungry chomper attacks you, it resets some health. So let's deal with the hungry chomper. So 2 zombies already dropped us some cards. Go on, please, something nice. Another brown, and we have a total of 9 brown. And we got another brown. So we can at least exchange now for 1 green. That's cool, but I'd like to do one more wave. Will this Glock and this Winchester be enough? I doubt it. Here we got some loot from the season pass. Let's get that baseball bat. And let's go to the inbox. I do have some guns inside of the inbox. Kind of don't want to use these guns here, but hey, that's something. Let's use the Cold Python. Hey, I got the Cold Python. Might as well just use it. We'll see how it works. So let's do the 7th wave. This will be the last wave. It already gets quite expensive. Okay, let's heal up. And hey, let's start running in circles. Let's keep blasting these guns. So this wave will be quite expensive. Okay, I'm gonna use my Winchester. It does a little bit of damage. Not the best, but at least something. I need to level up my recycler first in order to get like a bunch of resources from Winchesters. In order to level up your recycler, especially the weapons recycler level, just start recycling broken guns, and you will level up that recycler in no time. And then you can start recycling Winchesters, and then you'll be able to get some steel, some springs. Okay, there we go, last wave, and we did get some cards. Would be awesome if we got a green card or a blue card, but if we got nothing, we got nothing. And my Winchester is about to pop. Okay, and I'm glad I got another weapon from the inbox. Well, let's deal with the riot zombie. So we did get 3 extra cards. As you can see, you do get more cards the further you go. So we got another brown. We got another brown, blue, 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 and we got nothing. And that's wave 7. So if I had more guns, I could go maybe all the way up to like level 12, 15, and maybe then I could get a blue card. Maybe I won't get a blue card all the way up to level 30. So maybe up to level 50. It's all random. Let's just pause now. And hey, we're gonna have a zombie chasing us. But hey, at least I'll have an opportunity to open up a brown card and show you that these brown cards are not that bad. I think a lot of people underappreciate brown cards. Anytime I mention brown cards, people start like, blue, green. Yes, if you have the resources, open up those cards regardless. Let's come and let's talk here to this guy. Let's exchange 10 brown for 1 green, and let's open up that green card. Here I'm going to show you the green loot, and I'll also show you the brown loot as well. So the green card is also really great, like probably maybe even one of the best crates here in the game. The green cards are very, very heavily underrated. They're absolutely amazing. Let's open up the weapon crate. We've gotten a saw blade mace, so we just got 2 melee weapons, plus we got a blueprint. We could bring that to Bunker Alpha as well, but hey, I don't have the space to store all of that, so let's just get that. And the point is, when you do like 99 waves, you will have a lot of green cards. And when you have like 50 or 100 green cards, you don't have to exchange like your 100 green cards for 10 blue. You can just open up 100 green cards. Little by little, like every day, you'll be able to open up like 5 green cards. And after some time, once you open up 100 green, you'll be able to get like 200 weapons. Whether it be melee weapons or guns, it's amazing. Like these green crates are really awesome. Do not run to exchange green cards for blue cards. But right now, let's open up a brown card. And as you can see, it's not the worst deal in the game, as we did get like 3 bandages. Better than nothing. I mean, I could have saved up that 1 brown card for the green crates, but hey, if you have nothing else, if you have over 10 brown, then exchange them for green. But if you don't have 10 brown, then just open up brown crates. They're not that bad. We also got a baseball bat. So yeah, the loot here is not horrible. Now let's find a way to bring all of this stuff back to the base. I'll definitely have to come back here again. And that's what you got to do inside of the police department. You come here, you kind of clear it as much as you can, wall trick as much as you can, and then you can do a couple of waves, like 5 or whatever waves, until you get something that you want. Depends how many guns you got at the base. Do like 5-10 waves. If you get a blue card, that's great. If you get a green card, that's great. If no, then no. Exchange your brown for green and keep going. We're back at the base, and now we have to build a medical table. So let's grab the medical table. For that, we got to get more nails and more iron plates. Nails and iron plates are going to be very easy to get. Let's just get some iron bars, and let's get some iron plates, and then out of those iron plates we can make some nails. So I brought all of the resources from the police department, and I basically ran out of energy, but I was able to watch a couple of ads. I spoke to the healer, so we have a bit more energy. So let's go to this airdrop now. I've probably said that many times, and I'll keep repeating this, but this is the best way for you to progress in this game. Bunker Alpha, police department, airdrops, and rest stops. I haven't unlocked the rest stops yet. So as soon as I unlock the chopper, I'll be able to go to those rest stops. And hey, as you can see, we did get like a machete, we got some bricks, we got some other resources, but getting like almost a full durability melee weapon for doing absolutely nothing is definitely worth it. Like, we did have to use up a bit of our energy, but I think that's worth it. And you know what else is worth it? Going to the motel. And the whole point of this account is to do the least amount of work to get the highest amount of rewards possible. That's why we're gonna go here to this motel, and we're gonna get a free grenade. You definitely got to start collecting these grenades. You will need them either for the Bunker Alpha grenade trick, which will save you some time. You can definitely wall trick every single zombie, but using that grenade trick will be worth it. If you don't know what grenade trick I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. We will be talking about that grenade trick quite soon as we open up that Bunker Alpha. But even if you don't want to use those grenades for Bunker Alpha, let's grab probably some of this stuff here. But hey, even if you don't want to use those grenades from Bunker Alpha, you can still use those grenades for the police department. So getting a free grenade is definitely worth it. I'm calling it a free grenade, but it does take a little bit of your time. You have to use like some weapons here. You have to use a bit of energy, but this time is very well spent because these grenades are quite rare to find, and you can get a guaranteed grenade for like doing basically nothing. That's why you should always get this grenade here. So let's deal with these roaming zombies. We can open this stuff up here, and we can run inside and sneak attack the zombie. Check this out. We can sneak attack the guy. We've just done 60 damage, and there we go. Let's loot this thing, and then we can just leave this motel. I don't like looting it fully. If you want to get some resources like bolts, duct tapes, maybe adhesive, then maybe this place is for you, but I don't find it useful. I'd rather do probably something else. That's just my opinion. But if you already come to this place and you don't want to waste your energy, then you might as well clear the full motel. You might as well bring some hatchets. You can chop down all of these trees here. You can pick up all of the wood, all of the grass. So you can definitely min-max the motel, but you don't have to go that crazy in order to enjoy this game. As I said, me personally, I just like to come here, get my nades. I'm gonna loot the broken vehicle there. Sometimes you get a broken shotgun, and that's about it. And just like that, we got some trash, and we can leave this place. And most importantly, we got a grenade. We're back at the base, and sadly, there's not much left to do. We're almost out of energy, and there's nothing I can do besides building this medical table. And to build the medical table, I need to get some more iron plates, and then once I get it, I'll need to cook some berries. But hey, today we've unlocked the police department. We've gotten some resources, so we have some more guns, we have some melee weapons, we have gotten even more armor here, and we are still only level 35, so little by little we are progressing, and soon we'll unlock that Bunker Alpha, and then we'll start getting even richer. But hey, all that stuff in the next episode, so subscribe to not miss that video. And I highly suggest you check out my previous free-to-play Let's Play, or click here on the second card and you'll go to a recommended video just for you, or hop over to my channel, go to playlist, and there you'll find a lot of other games that I've played here on the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely make sure to drop the subscribe button, and see you in the next one.